Nick, did you say you just put lotion on for the first time in years?
Yeah, it's super dry out and my hands were peeling.
Yeah, well, I must have the same thing as you because, you know, we're brothers, but...
Are we?
But you didn't put... You haven't put lotion on like anywhere or just your hands in years?
Just my hands. I've used it on my feet because my feet
You got dry feet?
Well, they're like right here from where I'm standing all day.
That's good. Yeah, that's
I didn't want to show the camera that.
Yeah. So dry hands, no lotion?
Never.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, I use chapstick though.
This is you don't need lotion for this show. You know what I'm saying?
You might,
but you don't. You go in dry hand, and you like it. And I don't even know if we can say this in the beginning of the episode, but we're going to anyway. Because it is what it is, and it's episode 35, and let's do it.
Whatever you gotta do.
Some has to give, right?
Is it the hands?
Yeah, my hands are given. I'm not sure what it is other than just the change of the weather suddenly just becoming frigid.
Yeah, going from like 70 to 20.
In like the span of a few days.
Yeah, like 2-3 days tops.
Yeah, because Thanksgiving wasn't really that cold.
Nope.
And now
every single day.
Yeah.
Even during the day, you could see your breath.
It is under 30 degrees Fahrenheit because we're in the U.S. And it's having the same. I didn't realize that it was happening to you too. Just the hands.
Well, I didn't really notice it until today.
Me too. Just the back of my hands.
Oh, mine was like
so dry
in between the fingers too.
Oh yeah, no, mine's not that serious. I guess mine's just like the palm.
Just a little bit. I might have to reapply some lotion later.
Winter sucks, especially in Ohio. You know, some people stay here because they like snow. I don't. I don't like it
either as well.
I hate it.
And I also am not a fan of the cold.
No.
Or the wind.
Or
when
the wind.
It is cold and it just
the
destroys
wind. When it's cold, like today.
Yeah.
It was so windy and so cold.
Yep. Freezing.
I wonder how much it was, like how cold it was with the wind because I mean in the teens. I mean most definitely.
Probably.
Because just it feels like your skin is being sliced open just as the wind's hitting it.
That's what's happening. The wind is slicing your skin.
And I was watching a podcast that was uploaded today where people are in LA and they're wearing shorts and t-shirts. And it just made me...
it's super warm for them.
Yeah, I mean, what time of the year is it? Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
It's nice out. Yeah. I want to move there. You know?
It's expensive, though.
Oh, yeah. But,
ridiculous.
Yeah, So guys, subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, help us get out of Ohio.
Help us move to California, I guess.
Well, maybe not there.
Where else is weather similar to where it's nice every day of the year? You know,
Vermont.
I don't think so.
You don't know
It's too north.
What do you know about Vermont, dude?
It's too north. If you're too north, you get snow.
Minnesota.
I think Minnesota also gets a lot of snow.
Nebraska.
Probably also gets a lot of
South
snow. There's also
Dakota.
nothing in Nebraska except for where Adam Devine's from.
Well, that's not nothing,
right? The boy.
You know who that is. You have to.
If you watch this show, you most certainly have to have watched Workaholics or listen to their podcast. This is important, which is their new thing.
Well, I mean, probably. Yeah, you probably would have had to have seen that, right?
You don't listen to their podcast anymore, do you?
No, I don't listen to podcasts like at all anymore.
That's so funny. Why not?
I don't know.
I
watch Super Megas.
Yeah. Well, I get that. That makes more sense. That makes more sense because Super Mega's entertaining. Dude, I literally. I mean, what does that look like? I can't even imagine.
Dude,
Julian.
I hope you can
see. Just macking his lips right in front of the camera. All right.
So good.
Julian, I literally had the longest day of my life today. It felt very long because by the time I had like been here and left and come back like 3 different times to do stuff, it was like 2 p.m. and you were still asleep.
I was definitely still asleep. Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, I've done so much today. It's holy crap. I didn't know what to do with the rest of my time because it was 2 p.m. and I felt like I had I had done an entire day's worth of stuff. It was just so long. And by the time it was 2 p.m., I was like done. And you were sleeping. And
it was a pretty chill day for me. I was just hanging out.
I got to text Danny real quick.
She here?
No.
Do not sit outside in this cold, please.
She might.
She might though. She still might.
Because she's her own woman. She makes decisions that sometimes frustrate me, and it is what it is.
I mean,
it's not what
a lot of things do frustrate you.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah,
any woman would do that to me, not just Danny. I mean, it's just just the way it is. The way it is. Love you, babe.
You're just an easily agitated individual.
Yeah. Yeah. You are too.
Nah.
Yeah, you are.
Nah.
You just try to mask it. I embrace it.
No,
I'm like, the anger?
Agitated.
Oh, it's there. Immediate fury. It happens so quick. It's like, oh. Just a nice good breath. It really does wonders. It does wonders for a man.
The breathing techniques work. That's why they teach them to.
Yeah.
They're effective.
Yeah, it's good. Inventing and just, expressing your frustration verbally.
Verbally.
Usually
not
nice.
Physically.
Well,
Alex.
maybe a little bit like smack of the wheel.
Yeah, smack with a clothesstand.
The wheel, Well, I don't want to hurt my wheel. So I'm going to just give it a smack.
Whatever.
Not an open hand. Because I love it.
Don't want to leave a mark, huh?
I don't want it to actually hate me forever. So I'm going to just use an open hand.
Open hand?
Yeah, because I actually love it. So I'm not actually wishing harm.
Well, the closed hand means...
I'm not actually wishing harm.
The more power that's in it, that's the amount of love that you're putting in.
Is that how the wife beater was invented? Like the shirt?
Well, I think that came second.
History's dark if you really look back at it. It's not as bright and cheerful. And America's we're the saviors of everyone, and everyone loves us because of that. Everyone loves us.
We saved everyone.
We saved everyone. We're just shaking them by the collar. We saved you.
Yeah.
Just like trying to convince them so much. Hey, do you believe me?
We did it.
Do you believe me that we saved you?
They have to believe it or we'll destroy them.
Yeah, with a gun.
With more than that.
Didn't I save you? Yeah.
And your whole family too? Just shows all the pictures of your whole family. We saved
them.
Yeah. Yeah, we know where they live.
Just sweating. Just clearly not a good person. But,
we're the heroes, though.
There's always a gray area between what a good and bad person is. Especially in our world, in America.
Well, it's all gray, baby.
It's all gray, baby.
There's so much gray.
That's the name of the episode. It's all gray, baby. All gray area, baby.
Yeah, it's so gray.
And it is what it is.
It is.
It's not like we can do anything about it. The cops, they also aren't doing anything about it.
No, they're your friends.
Have you noticed people kind of just drive like assholes and get away with it because
they don't
cops
get
don't
stopped?
do anything?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not speeding.
Oh, on our main road here, like if I'm just going, I was going like 40, and like this dude was riding my ass, and like literally just went around me over the double yellow line, just because there was like no cars.
You should have swerved on the left.
Well, I just like laid on the horn, just for a good few seconds. After,
on my way to Meyer today, I was going. You know how there's that road that's 25?
Yeah.
I was going 34, and the guy was riding my ass, so I go down to 27.
I love that.
And then I turn my turn signal to turn into Meyer. Slowest turn you've ever seen.
Well, because he wasn't turning. He was
he's going straight. He's like, dude.
Oh, so that's good. You just robbed him of just having any kind of like progress.
Yeah, like
love
bro.
It.
I was going faster until you got so close to me. Now you'll learn.
Well, I never understand riding asses because it's unsafe as all hell because you have no idea what's in front of the person and you're just risking your own. You're the one that's going to be blamed in an incident. Person that's riding ass. Do you understand? You're going to be at fault if there's an incident and you're riding the ass. What's that? What are you doing? You realize you're paying for the accident that's going to happen when you hit my car.
They need you to know that you're not going fast.
We got money.
No, you're not going fast enough. They honestly don't have any money, probably. They can't afford it. They can't afford that. They have no insurance.
Well, they usually drive like an Audi or a Nissan or something like that.
I don't know. It was just a big van. And I was just like, I just saw him in the mirror, and I'm like,
or like a big
let's
van.
just slow it down a bit. Yeah. Take it easy, bud.
I had something like that happen recently where I was exiting. I was literally exiting the highway and slowing down from the highway, and the car was literally on top of me, and I was just like, hey, we have to stop before we continue here, guy. But you just like the entire down the ramp, turning around, getting onto like right on my ass, and I literally gave him a fucking brake check, and he swerved around me.
Bruh.
And then he tried brake checking me, but I kept a reasonable distance. So
so it didn't even matter.
It didn't matter to me. So he just kind of stopped in the middle of the road. I just, kind of was slowly.
Kept cruising.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah, as long as you're not riding an ass, a brake check is going to do nothing.
Hey, right. If you're not right on top of somebody, a brake check, it's ineffective. It doesn't do
much.
Hey, you know what it did to me? Nothing.
Nothing.
It's almost as if he just drove off. But he just he had to stop and try to do what I did to him. He was
personally offended, that you were like, how dare you? You're trying.
I was just like, I'm just like looking at him like.
Should have just pulled up your phone.
Hey guy,
been like, police, like just mouth it at him,
just like acting like I'm
police
reading the license plate.
Yeah, just fuck with him.
just looking like purposely right at it. That's how you get. That's how you get someone.
Yeah, that's how you get him. You fuck with him in the head
because he deserves it. That kind of person.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would do that to him every day of the week.
Yeah,
fuck that motherfucker. He can go fucking die in a hole.
Yeah, well, in Minecraft. But also
in the grave that I've dug for him specifically,
with his license plate number on the
it's his headstone.
Because you don't know his name.
No.
It's just the license plate number.
Yeah,
in the car, make and model and color.
And then underneath you put
red
what you
red
did.
Toyota Camry, license plate number.
This is the picture of it from the back, like through the windshield.
You see the guy looking back, like, through
just wide-eyed
his car, just like trying to see what the hell you're doing. So good.
He's learning. He's learning the lesson.
Yeah, no, that's not great. But yeah, I just see it. I see it constantly.
And like, how do they know that you aren't a maniac that has a gun?
They don't.
And that you could just pull it out and bang, and his life is over because he was a prick.
And I could.
You could.
I could be a maniac with a trunk full of zip ties and gloves
and hammers.
And hammers. He doesn't know that.
He has no idea.
You have to have your tools, and if you do. I mean, this guy's in for a rude awakening.
Hell of a night, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be quite the evening for him.
Yeah, long, very long,
very memorable.
And then he won't remember anything.
Well, no, he'll remember.
Coincidentally, he won't remember anything.
It's the kind of thing where you wake him up, he like looks at you, he's like he's like gagged, so he's like can't, but he like recognizes you.
Oh, he's not getting out alive.
You just kind of like, it's like a horror movie. You kind of like just like play with him.
For him,
it's like playing with your food.
For you,
but you're not eating him.
For you, it's like Willy Wonka, the Chocolate Factory. For him, it's like Saw or something.
You kind of put on like music and you start
dancing. Fucking with it.
He starts like crying because he's like he doesn't know what has happened. Like like this is the end. Like he's accepted.
Absolutely, it is. It's
just the tears they come. Oh, the tears.
The tears don't stop. But neither do I.
And this is all in Minecraft. Like honestly,
or whatever.
But it could be. I mean, or Second Life, because that's pretty realistic. That game, Toontown maybe.
Toontown Online had it.
Gags. Wonder if the cat's blocking the shot at all, being right there. I don't know.
No, if it is. Not right there. When he was like looking directly at it, probably.
Do I need to move?
I need to see that video for sure.
That's how Mom was about the last podcast, because the last podcast was the Thanksgiving podcast. And during the episode, I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be an episode or a Patreon.
I was trying to do a Patreon.
It wasn't a Patreon.
I know, I saw.
It's out there, baby.
And she texted us today about it.
Well, she called me about it. She was like, I keep crying laughing about the skin suit.
I don't even remember.
Or like the skin robe or whatever the hell she was talking about. Like the see-through clothing or whatever. And she was like, they give me as a woman first and a mother second. And I'm like, you want us to think of you as a naked woman first in our mom? We can't. You can't
That's
separate.
Not going to happen, Ma.
No. That was the gist.
That's a big ass.
She apparently got a real kick out of that conversation, and which she was a part of it in the moment too. But she's watching it back, telling me how much she enjoyed it. So,
well, that's fantastic.
It was fun, Mom. It was fun. It was chaotic, and no other family episodes are going to be public. There's just that one. So if you want more, it's going to be on the Patreon, and we'll probably do every family gathering that we go to.
Probably.
Because I also feel like it's a nice time capsule thing, because our grandma was in it,
Yeah, I don't think she'll be at any other one.
She's in the thumbnail. Yeah, she's not going to be in the Christmas one, so.
Yeah.
At least she was in that one. She was in at least one.
Hey, got her.
Got her.
Yeah.
Grabbed her.
We can call her back whenever we need her.
Honestly, I mean, have her on the phone. Mimi, we'll have that picture of her, the same one.
The little sound wave of her voice. That's her video.
Yeah, just her face from that thumbnail, just pixelated, just so pixelated because I just literally cut it from that.
There's like 8 whole pixels.
Can't even see that it's her. If you know, you know. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Everything with our show is if you know, you know.
If you don't, sorry.
You have to watch the episodes in order. It's not like Sunny. You have to watch everything in order so you understand the plot.
Yeah, there's a deep hidden storyline. Let's see if any of our detective followers could figure it out.
You got to be on Patreon to know every detail because there's some wild nonsense on the Patreon that
it's all wild.
Couldn't be on the YouTubes. But
we have a very episodic podcast for sure.
Mm-hmm. You got to build up on the lore. It's like we don't make the same jokes, but everything's still fresh and funny. And how do we do it?
We be the chefs in the kitchen.
Well, the thing is, there was a part of the podcast from last week that you and I were not a part of. It was Bob and Danny talking.
You put Danny on an episode?
No, just her voice. Because she was off camera. And I had to use the camera mic for Mom, so I just used it for her when Danny, because she was talking to everybody too. And it was, like, if I didn't, you would lose so much context. So I had to. I did it with Mom too.
Is she aware?
Because Mom was never on mic the whole time. Yeah,
I believe that Mom was never on mic.
You were there, but Mom was literally like the whole second half where it was just us and Bob and her. She was not on mic. Just yelling. Yeah, so I had to just take the video audio and just put it up and down whenever she was talking, and that took so long. And I did it that night.
Yeah, you'd have to get like a clip-on mic for her. Because she would literally never.
Hey, that's what Danny said, and I told her, hey, that's a good Christmas gift, babe. So I think she's going to get me some lav mics. And then that's what Mom and Bob are going to use.
They're buying their own equipment. They just don't know it yet.
No, Danny's buying it.
Oh, Danny's getting it as a present.
It was her suggestion, so she's like, I want to get you that. And I'm like,
are you right?
Hey, that's expensive.
You sure we're the one to get?
Yeah, I'm like, I know which one you should get. So that's how we have to treat everyone that's not us, basically. Yeah. Oh, because Mimi was the only one who actually knew how to.
Yeah, it was weird how knowledgeable she was about all kinds of audio and shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She didn't even need any instruction.
No,
she just picked it up and
like showing everybody else what the fuck to do.
Yeah. She was like, at least you got it fucking.
She just wasn't doing it.
Mom was like so drunk and out of it. She was just like, hey, getting mad at Mimi, like, hey, stop it.
Classic.
Mimi's just like, I'm trying to help. You need to move closer. It was just funny. Mom's just being herself. Mimi's being herself. Very.
And Bob was just hanging out.
Bob's just the whole time with the mic, just not saying anything, just letting Mom talk off mic for no reason while he's just standing there. So good, Bob. I mean, we've mentioned pretty much everybody that was there except Mimi before on the earlier episode. So now you have a face to all the names.
Yeah.
So
now you know who we are talking about.
Yeah, Bob.
90%.
Mom's living mate. That's him. You've seen our mom. I mean, you want to say that it's trashy, but
it's trashy.
It's trashy. I was like, would this be considered trash or class? And I'm like, it's not even a question.
It's not even a question. Dude. It's like so much not even a question.
Yeah. And it's like, that's just normal for us. But I'm like, damn.
Yeah, damn.
That's what we come from, though. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It explains so much.
Yeah. But looking at our place here compared to that, it's like, oh, this is nicer.
It is. I think.
Yeah. I mean, we pay a lot more, but I mean, there's a reason. It's
definitely worth it.
It's nicer. So yeah.
It's, not. You're gonna have to bleep out the name.
Yeah. Or wherever our mom lives. Yeah. It's not a big city. But
I didn't say that's where.
You think I'm gonna listen 20 minutes in this pod to mute that? It doesn't matter.
Well, besides, you'll get shot if you try and go out there. So.
Well, yeah, try to find our mom. That's all I have to say.
You will literally die. So
if you try to find our moms and Bob, our mom's live-in mate, you would have to first get through dogs, 2 dogs that
2 large
would
dogs
be very unwelcoming to you.
Yeah, and they can be vicious if they do not know you.
Yeah, especially Bird. She is a switch.
She will
switch
literally
flips and she turns into a
like
literally
a feral
wild
animal.
beast.
Yeah. She will actually shred your arm, leg, whatever.
That makes me so happy though, because she's so dumb and so sweet.
She's the dumbest, sweetest
so dumb
thing.
and so sweet, and she loves us.
Yeah.
But like, I know that she could flip that switch at any moment and just go
like
crazy.
if there's something that she's gonna attack, she's gonna kill it.
Yeah, she's pretty ferocious.
Yeah,
and I love her. I love her for that.
She's such a sweetie.
Yeah, such a good girl. Such a good girl. And so is Chick, but I don't think Chick would be as vicious. She's not. No, she's not. She doesn't have that.
She would like bite and gnaw on you, but like Bird would like shred you.
No, Bird would go for the throat. Bird would try to end life.
And it'd be bloody.
And then like Mom would come down and Bird would be panting.
Mom would come down with her gun.
Bird would be
finish you off.
Bird would be covered in blood, panting.
Yeah, and Mom's gonna double tap because you got to be sure.
Well, she has to be involved.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make sure there's no hospital involved.
What body?
Yeah, he just sees him like still like gurgling, like.
Oh, you watch my son's podcast? Right. Just don't do it. That's basically the gist.
I'd be scared for you.
Don't do it. I'm worried for you if you even.
All right, so now you don't have to like bleep or edit anything. There we go.
I mean, we would
You've
give
been
the
warned.
Address. Here's her social. You know?
You will actually send people to their deaths if they do that.
Well, yeah. Just for your own good, don't even put thought into it. It won't go the way that you think it will.
No. The best thing would be the dogs kill you.
Best, yes. You're gonna have Bob just standing over you, laughing at you, holding the shotgun
just right into your face.
God, that'd be so.
That's
scary.
The last thing you hear is
so
him laughing.
Literally, bang. Horrifying.
Like, I've been waiting for this.
As he's pumping it. Horrifying. So scary.
Yeah, thank God I would never get shot like that.
Why? Because you wouldn't break into someone's home who has lots of guns?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to break into homes first. And nowadays that's just
I'll break into houses. I'll break into houses. They got stuff in there.
So you want to die.
No.
Obviously, that's where everyone keeps their stuff, is in their homes.
Yeah, they could have good stuff.
But like here, I don't know what happened to our door. It like closes weird now, or like doesn't close. I don't know if someone tried to kick it open.
What are you talking about?
Are you trying to find us? Go find our mom, please.
Yeah.
You won't find her, but.
What do you mean the door won't close? It seemed fine today.
I mean, it closes, but I didn't inspect it thoroughly. It hasn't been just like on its own closing like it used to. I feel like something broke on.
Maybe the hinge is just worn.
Maybe we can check it after the pod, but I don't feel like it right now.
No way we're just doing that right now.
You know, yeah.
Middle of the shit. It's not happening.
No, thank you. No, thank you. And I kind of sound drunk. No, thank you. Oh, you hear what I said? No, thank you. So, like I was saying before. I had the longest day ever today.
Right.
It started at, I was going to say 8 a.m. That was the first thing I had to do. I had to be by 8. And I wasn't there by 8. I woke up at 6.
He's never on time.
I woke up at 6:15.
Oh, my God.
This morning.
That's like when I went to bed. Almost.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Woke up at 6:15. Had an interview at 8 o'clock. So, naturally, I check how far away this place is. It says 20 minutes.
Alex.
I'm like, dude, easy.
I can easily be only 5 minutes late.
No. Nick, shut your mouth. I leave here at 7:30.
Uh-huh.
Get there.
10 minutes early.
Yeah, 7:50 exactly. I didn't know if you could do the math.
The math is there.
It is. I didn't know if you were doing it.
I wasn't until you were looking at me. Like
you
I should
do it. Yeah, you needed to do it. You needed to do the math, Nick. Where was I? I'm distracted now.
You were there 10 minutes early.
Well, that was the intention.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you didn't.
So I'm in my car.
Uh-huh.
At 7:30.
Right.
Put it in the GPS.
It doesn't say 20 minutes anymore, does it?
It says 24 minutes.
All right. Still got 6. Easy,
dude. So easy. Like, it's almost like I've done this a million times.
Alex, you're so fucking.
So I leave at 7:30, like 2, because my car, I want to let it warm up for a sec. On the way,
yep.
I'm driving. I take just the route that my phone says to take. I don't know if there's a quicker way, but this is the way that it says is the fastest. I turn left at it out of our neighborhood. I turn right at the first light. That's the way I go. You understand?
That's where I go.
Yep. Holy God. Just the backup of traffic, just the immediate. I mean, at the first roundabout, it seemed like the person couldn't figure out how to go through. I think I sat there for 10 minutes waiting for the one guy to go through. And I'm just... and I'm not even close to the front, for it to be my turn. I'm just watching us not move and watching cars just constantly, not let the guy through, or like being so busy that, it's just impossible to even make it through.
You should have honked your horn.
I mean, I had to cut someone off when it was my turn, because I'm like, I'm not going to be that guy and sit here for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going.
That's what happens when there's traffic.
Yeah. And at this point, I was by like that place.
The barn?
Yeah. So, which is like 5 minutes away.
Yeah, it should be easy to
It was 7:45 at that time. So I'm like, holy goddamn hell. And I'm now going to be 8 minutes late to something I was going to be early to.
Yeah.
So already stressed out.
Job interview, no less.
Yeah. Job interview. So immediately stressed in the morning. It's 7:45 in the morning. I'm just, just like.
You should start smoking cigarettes.
Well, I have the vape just, sucking that thing down, feeling better. I was like, oh, I should probably call him.
You should have, like 45-ish, where you're like,
that's when I called him, was 45.
All right, that was a good time.
Okay. Right?
Sure.
As best as I could do due to the circumstances.
Yeah, sure.
I was like, I swear I was going to be early. I swear I was going to be on time. It's backed up so much in New Albany. I promise. I gave him like the time I was going to be there. Like a little after 8. It's going to be before 8:10. I was there at 8:08. Finally parked. Kids are like, the late kids are going into the school. Here I am.
A regular.
I really, yeah. A regular. Been here for the first time, but also a regular. I walk through an archway, because this school's like very prestigious, or at least has the front of it. And then I'm taken into a room with 4 suits. We'll just call them that. One lady suit, even though it's an all boys thing. Suit. Yeah, there's a lady suit. And they basically just go over the fact that you need to know a whole lot for this position, and they expect so much, and they want you to like be a mentor and like teach and like figure out things that they themselves don't understand about the technology that they already have and use. And I'm
but
like,
they don't understand.
How are you using it if you don't understand it? Right. So they're like, that's why we have you to figure it out. And I'm like, so it's just useless sitting here for who knows how long until someone gets hired to deal with it, basically?
Yeah, that's how school works.
Awesome. So, yeah. I don't even know if I said what the job was. It's an audio tech position. I basically interviewed for 2 audio tech positions, which is just, it's great. It's what I used to do, getting back in the industry. So they were like, their questions were like, why do you want to work in a school with kids? They have to. I think we have to take like some kind of class to like protect the children, basically. Yeah, to like how to keep your eye out and like notice like things.
God.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is the Catholic Church. I mean, you guys are the culprits for most things like that. So
how did you guys get in here? By the way?
Yeah. Well, I did drop the. I produced a podcast during the interview.
You're so stupid.
But no. I never had the intention of telling them the name, even though they did ask.
And you told them.
And I did not tell them.
Okay.
But my whole thing was I needed some sort of editing experience, and I'm like, oh, man, I've been doing so much editing in the last 8 months, so I just had to bring it up the way I worded it, because this is the podcast that I'm talking about, the one that you're listening to right now. I said it's a podcast that I produce and edit and release. It stars two brothers doing comedy for an hour every week, and I've been doing this for about 8 months or so, and the first thing they asked is, "Oh, a podcast. What's the name of it?" And I was like, "It's just two brothers. They're just talking and they're doing their thing." So I hope they don't find it, because
they will.
There's no way they will, right?
They might, because they're like, we got to figure out what the fuck this guy's talking about.
Well,
because they need to see your editing skills.
That's the thing. So, so the interview goes actually pretty well. They somehow, for some reason, even though I'm being completely transparent with what I do and don't know and like the experience I have, they think that I'm more than qualified for this job, it seems like. And I feel wildly underqualified for this job, like unbelievably underqualified.
Well, I mean, nobody knows how to do it, so.
Right. So it leaves me like, okay. But then they took me on like a tour, and that's where they showed me like all their machinery and like things that they use that they don't understand how to use. And they're like, "We're hoping you can figure this out." I'm like, I've never seen this before in my life. This machine.
How complicated could it be?
It couldn't be that complicated. I don't have a degree in like the technology part of music, but I do have a degree in the production.
Well, you realize that like
less involved.
We've built our own computers. It's like
told them
that's how things work.
I told them that.
That's how machines tend to work. Like they have plugs that go into the right place.
Yeah. I told them I built my own PC since I'll be in the AV department technically. So that's what they want to hear. And I know that's what they want to hear, because they had a bunch of
get all hard.
No, because they had a bunch of interviews today, and I was the first one. Late, love it. I'm just like, so they can just compare me and my late ass to just everybody else that comes today, because apparently there are a bunch of interviews, and I'm just like, okay, guy, I love it. I love being first. I love being interviewed at a time too early for me to even think correctly. Them asking me questions at 8 a.m, like, what was your greatest accomplishment in work? And I'm just, I just woke up. Oh, I technically woke up 2 hours ago, but I can't think right now. Get out of my face. That's not what I said, but I answered as cogently as I could. So
maybe they'll call you.
Well, at about 2 p.m. today, your boy received an email from the guy in charge and was like, "Hey, Alex, why don't you send us some references?" And the lady in charge, the lady suit, she wants to see some examples of your editing.
You can just send them video clips, right? Like out of context. Like you don't need to actually give them the link to our page. Yeah,
well, I didn't give them the podcast at all, because then they would know that I am doing it. That's the secret. They can't know that I'm part of the podcast that I'm working on.
You just said you edit and produce it. You fucking
yes, and release it, because I do all that. There's no lie in that.
That's not the lie. That's not the lie.
It's simply lying by omission. Which almost isn't even lying. You know?
Well, if they do find it, you're screwed.
Screwed in what way?
They're going to be like, why the fuck would we want to let this guy around children?
Well, that's the thing. Their whole thing is like leading by example. And I'm like, So how do I send them something that shows that I have editing experience, but not have it be the podcast, and it also be not wildly inappropriate like our podcast, and it just
send the airsoft video.
Literally my mind went there too, because I'm like, I mean, what do we have?
Just going through the whole catalog.
What do we have? That's not insane. Yeah, that's absolute insane and nonsense. It would make any employer in their right mind say no immediately, because it would only make sense to say no.
We don't have a deep bench for that one.
Yeah, no, that's why I couldn't say it. So I instead downloaded the videos that I made on my other channel, where
the tarot.
No, that would be insane. No,
well, it's all insane.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. So I did. God, so I downloaded the entire hotel night audit video, And I edited it down to like 3 minutes, and because I cussed out the ass in that video, so I had to cut out that. I just kept in the parts where I like edited it in letters to show that I can put words in at like the correct times for comedic effect, because that's how I did that video. Mm-hmm. And then I have a different one on that channel too where I reviewed bags. So I just have that one, and I cut to B-roll.
That's why you have so many bags.
Yeah, I cut to B-roll footage in that video, so where I'm like talking, but I'm also like it's just me going through the bag,
It's all about the bags.
It's just two different examples of different editing, and
it's not your most recent editing.
Oh,
style.
I don't care. I don't care if it's not my most recent. They don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. They just wanted examples.
They can never find this.
Literally, they won't. Unless we were to somehow go viral, in which case, let them find it.
In that case, yeah. It's like, hey, I can bring money to your school.
Exactly.
Via the parents being like,
oh, this guy's in your AV department?
That's crazy.
I like that guy. That guy's hilarious.
That dude's funny as fuck.
He's
Here,
sexy.
take $12 million.
I want to bang him. So, like I said, my day was long. So that was not the only thing I did this day, of course.
That was...
Because I had to go till 2. That was just the start. So that went till 9
p.m.
Pretty much exactly 9 a.m. Obviously. So I left there at 9, got back here at like 9:30. Next interview was at 11:30. So I'm just chilling till 11. So for an hour and a half, I'm just hanging out, getting stony baloney, and
just got to get ready for the next one.
Yeah. Well, like, it seems like the higher you are, the more in control,
No.
At least for me.
It might seem like that, but...
It feels that way. The stress just doesn't affect me because I'm just so stressed. But he doesn't know that. Looking cool.
How could he?
Looking cool, calm, and collected. He has no idea.
Here's my resume.
He has no idea. Now, the second interview was at a...
Alex. No.
An urban and jazz theater.
Okay.
So I would be the diversity hire, which I'm always a fan of,
We're all inclusive.
Yeah. Well, we make friends with everybody, no matter who they are. So
yeah.
Wouldn't be that crazy, truly.
And
honestly, I'm more interested in that job than the school because when I show up, this guy that interviews me was just like, "What's up, dude?" Just wearing Nikes with black joggers and a black t-shirt. I'm like, "It's cold as hell, dude. What are you wearing?" He's outside.
It's his winter.
He's like, "I don't need my jacket, man." I'm like, "You're on drugs, bro. What's up?" let's go inside. No, he's not. I think he had his wife there and his kid. So it's an interesting setup going on, but
so they just like had him come in for this interview.
No, apparently he's been doing a bunch. Like he was doing like call and then having them come in, but he just had me come in instead of calling first. He's like, "Let's skip that. Just come straight in. I just want to interview you."
Sure.
And I wore the same suit and tie.
What are you gonna change?
The thing is, I took it all off when I came home, so I could get stony baloney and not have a smell. So then I just put it all back on, and I was just so overdressed. Like, I could have just put on some khakis and a button down, and I would have been fine. I probably would have even been overdressed with that.
So you should have worn like a my fit.
A Nick fit? Yeah. A grout fit? A gray outfit?
A comfit?
Oh, yeah, comfit. That almost, okay. Comfit.
Come fit in...
this ass. And that's comedy, baby.
That's so good.
So simple, so effective. That's what it's about. That's it. Man,
you love it.
I can't believe how much Mom loves herself on the pod. I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's just
it's her on the big screen.
Yeah. Love you. Love her. Love you, Mom. Because I know you're listening. Because she does.
But you need to talk into the microphone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm not going to listen to Barb telling me that.
No.
Fucking Babs.
How dare she?
Correcting me. What does she know? Oh, she's actually... Like, I'm like telling mom, like, while it's happening. No, she's right. You need to listen to our grandma. She's telling you what to do. And mom's just, no.
I was just grinding out OSRS Twisted
You were just like, I'm tuning out.
yeah, basically, I'm like, I'm leveling my
I'm not even part of this family. That's
in the new Leagues 5. I'm part of the family, but, you know.
You were so not even in that podcast, basically. If you were to like take all the things you said, I think you said 3 sentences, maybe. So little.
Like, I'm just removing myself from
Homer Simpson, just sinking into the bush. Yeah. Mom was like, why do you seem annoyed? I'm like, oh, because I'm carrying this whole thing, the whole podcast, because mom's talking off mic. Bob's just, doing his thing. Mimi was good, though.
Yeah.
She was actually good. She started the podcast because I asked her, how would you introduce the show? She's like, brother, where's your mother?
So good.
I'm like, that's literally going to be our first shirt. Brother, where's your mother? And
just with the Mimi face, like, big on the middle.
But with, like, sunglasses and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, a cigarette.
Gotta be a cigarette.
Like, because obviously you have a cigarette.
And her little purple virtual slot machine thing.
Yeah. Zippy point machine.
Yeah, that's on the back. That goes on the back.
Yeah, we'd have to brand that, though. It's always, you got to think of the merch because, it's eventually going to come. Once there's people that actually want to pay for merch, I have so many ideas.
I might even have a design. You never know.
You don't, but I have so many just ready.
I got an art book, dude.
Ready. He doesn't, but
Sketchpad.
Nick's not an artistic fellow.
I'm very artistic.
Autistic.
No, that's you.
And you. Because it's genetic.
No. it skips a generation after the first.
Yeah, but we're kind of in the same generation, right?
No.
Yeah, but you also have it. So
I've got like a slight dusting of the tism.
Yeah,
probably.
Like the shaker, like lid came off. It's like, whoa. That's what you got.
So that's plenty.
You're like, yeah, just a little bit. It's like, oh shit, it's too much.
God did that.
You're just like doing the stare for dad. Give him nothing.
He loves that shit.
Literally made him furious. And I thought it was hilarious.
It's so funny.
Because I was like, oh no.
Like, yes.
Because I knew what you were doing, and I'm just like, oh no.
Like this is what I can do.
I'm like, this is why you're going to die. Just
like, dude, yeah, bro.
Just taking it.
Just made him more angry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is awesome.
Trauma.
Yeah. We gotta get payback somehow. Nah, dude.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Outer Banks, the show?
No.
It's pretty good.
Saw the
There's
movie
4
once,
seasons.
like when it came out with Channing Tatum.
Oh, is it like the same thing? Like treasure hunters and shit?
I don't remember. It was so long ago. It's just a bunch of hot people in bathing suits, basically.
Well, this is 16-year-olds, so but they're hot. I mean, they say they're 16, but the actors aren't 16.
Like 32.
No, they're like 20s, early 20s. So they're all hot, but they say they say they're 16, but they're in their early 20s.
Jesus. All right, Diddy, relax.
Hey, by season 4, they're 19.
So, all right, so that makes it better.
Yeah. More full out. Everything's more developed. It's good. It's a good show. But the reason I bring it up, besides that, I didn't even mean to mention that. It doesn't matter. That's not why you watch the show. That show is primarily, for some reason, the writer, director, I don't know who it is, but there's some sort of self-insert of a guy with daddy issues. Just constantly, it's just ever present because there's always some kind of issue, conflict with a dad. One of the characters' dads, someone's dad did something, someone's dad's a murderer, someone's dad wants to murder their kid. Oh. It's like, yeah. Like, why are they all trying to murder their kid?
Coincidence.
It's
just a thing.
Two dads that are like normal dads. There's like 5 kids. The 3 of the dads are monsters in some way.
Well, 3 out of 5 ain't bad.
They got to write plot, but I mean,
they got to keep the show going.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus. Like one of the dads tries to kill his daughter by strangling her.
Jesus Christ.
One of the other dads tries to kill his son by, injuring him and then throwing him off a boat.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's a pretty edgy show. It's pretty good.
Yeah, not what I was thinking.
It's very teen drama-y at times, but the big picture is that it's a bunch of kids called pogues, which is just like the poor kids, versus the kooks, which is the rich kids. And the pogues are on a constant search of treasure. And like in the last season, they're on the search for El Dorado. That's why I was singing El Dorado one time.
I remember.
El Dorado.
Yeah. And you weren't even watching the movie? Yeah.
No, but they were finding the treasure of El Dorado.
Did they find the treasure?
Yeah.
Did they become rich?
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you if you watch it, but they did find it, and they got some of it, but they were not able to get all of it.
Did the other people steal some of it?
Well, they tried to.
They die?
The show has so many twists and turns, it's hard to keep up,
Oh my God.
You have to like watch it in order. It's like our podcast. You have to watch it sequentially.
For sure.
Or else you'll be confused, because it's like, well, why is her dad suddenly like strangling her? What's going on?
Well, I'd ask that.
Yeah.
Like anyway, I think.
Yeah. Her dad's just like a manipulative monster that's like trying to make everybody think that she's the crazy one, but it's like he's actually just a psycho monster.
Nice.
It's a good show.
Nuclear family.
It's a good show, yeah. It's got funny moments too. There's like a comedic relief guy that's almost like me. He's the guy whose dad wants to kill him. So it's almost like you.
All right, that makes sense. No.
Drama. No, but yeah, like I said, I don't know why it's just a dad thing. All the moms are cool. The dads are monsters. Yes, all the moms are fine. They're either fine or dead. Yeah.
Okay. Or do they get murdered by the dad?
Oh yeah, the one where the kid just thrown to sea, brother's dad.
The dad was just like, I'm killing everybody in this family.
Well, like he gave up his son
to the ocean.
Because the wife mysteriously drowned.
Super mysterious.
Just immediately, as soon as it's mentioned, you're like, oh, he killed her.
He definitely murdered this woman.
Yeah, because he's so shifty. It's like, it's so obvious. Like, you murdered her. So there's plot, for you guys who haven't seen it. Doesn't make any sense to you, but...
No, not even slightly.
Good show, It's about a kid trying to redeem his father who died...
mysteriously.
At sea. To one of the other fathers. And...
I'm the monster of the show.
He just tries to find the treasure, and he does find the treasure. And then one of the dads tries to steal the treasure from the kids.
He said, that's our treasure.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the dad. This is mine.
Yeah, you earned this for me.
And there's something in that. Some kind of dad trauma with some writer.
You think the writer is really hooked on the daddy issues, huh?
No, I think he just has them.
Oh, like he didn't even realize it, that he was doing it?
I think he realized that he was just like, this is like my dad, and I hate him. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
And he spread that out to all the dads.
I can't even see. I try to see these damn pages through the tears.
That's why they're all laminated.
Yeah. God, I hate you, Dad.
And he gets paid like $80 million
so much money
to write that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
He's just trauma dumping on the page, basically.
Dang.
This is what would happen if I was a treasure hunter and my dad was involved. He tried to steal it from me, and I hated him, and he hated me too. He tried to kill me, so then I tried to kill him.
It's very different than the Baywatch that I was picturing in my head.
Yeah, no, this is all about fathers hating their kids, or just caring more about money than family. Basically, is the gist.
Is that why you were watching
it? No, but it's very accurate. Man, the first thing he ever mentioned, hey, I'm debt free. Yeah, I know. Cool, dude. I'm not. You want to help out?
I'm debt free.
Well, we're family, right? You want to help me out?
Yeah, you kind of got me into all this. I don't know.
Oh, you're the reason that I'm even. Oh.
Shit.
In this situation. Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, you co-signed, didn't you? Oh, you did. Oh. So if I don't pay, what does that mean? Oh, you have to pay. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he never co-signed anything with me.
I'm sure he did. Or mom did. If she did, that would be unfortunate.
That's a mom thing. Yeah, for sure.
He would make her do it because he knows the long-term game.
Yeah, he's like, if I get in trouble,
I won't be able to run. I won't be able to escape.
Yeah. Slippery little guy.
The reason we can talk about our dad like this because he doesn't listen to the pod, but our mom does. But dad doesn't. But we love your mom, so everything we say about you is we're joking. Yeah. Everything we say about dad's joking too. I mean,
it's all jokes, man, except for when they're not.
Yeah.
But they're all jokes here.
It's up to the viewer to determine what is and isn't a joke. It's not us to. I mean, we're deadpanning you the whole time. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Good luck finding out.
It's hard to tell. What's the truth? What's not?
Yeah.
You either have to be very astute. Or just go along with it, Just go along with it, bro.
Yeah, otherwise, you're not going to have fun.
Yeah, you'll get lost pretty easily.
Confused.
Like, wait, what are they talking about? Wait, they were just mentioning something. Oh, yeah, I didn't even finish talking about my whole day, right? That's just the podcast. Yeah. It should be called the ADHD pod. We'd have millions of views.
We circle back.
Yeah, eventually.
At some point.
It's almost the end of the pod.
He started
we circle back. None of the misconnections are going to be read because that's just the way it is.
Save them for next time. You got to finish talking about the goddamn interview.
Yeah. Well, as I said, the second one was way more casual, more up my alley, and I was immediately just like, oh, this feels cool. And the pay is almost identical, except it's part-time at the theater versus full-time at the school.
Yeah, because you want those benefits.
Yeah, bennies.
Got to get the bennies.
Yep, but I did send them the little clips of those two videos that I made. So, hey,
he's got more practice since then.
Yeah, hey, it's better than sending anything from the podcast.
Yeah, so, there's no way. there's no fucking way.
I went through everything we had, and I was just like, there's nothing. I can't send any of this.
None
of this I would want them to see. It'd be like. This is the guy that's going to represent the children. Please don't ever see. I mean, I hope there's almost no way that they would ever.
That doesn't represent me though.
It doesn't represent me. The thing is, this podcast perfectly represents us. That's the problem because that's the problem with employers because this podcast perfectly represents us. And if you don't like this,
you got to ease into that.
Yeah, you hate us. As employees. Holy hell.
Good employee right here. That one, not so much.
I'm good. I just got fired, bro. I was doing fine. I got sold off because I was too expensive. They wanted to hire people in the Philippines because they're just so much cheaper.
Rubles.
So much cheaper, bro. And they do the same thing. I mean, they do it way worse, but they do the same job as me. Way worse, but they do the same job for way cheaper. Hey,
is it
like that.
Is it way worse though?
Oh yeah. Like people not getting their shit solved and they have to come back and then they're just like, hey, this is my third time reaching out and nothing is getting solved ever. What's happening? And they're like, sorry for your inconvenience. We are currently experiencing a long load due to layoffs and staffing issues. I mean, it's just like, why did you fire us all?
Too expensive.
But
the
now,
CEO is only making.
You think it's going to be fine now with the shit crew that's there that doesn't know how to actually do anything?
Yeah, probably.
I didn't even have to read any of the document. I just knew how to do the processes because I was there so long. They had a whole backwards ass system that they used to like somehow translate the info from the one company to the other one. I just didn't use it.
Yeah, but you cost like 8 times.
I do. I'm very expensive. So it's almost $24 an hour. It's like, it's too much. You can't do it.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
I got paid that for a while though, so paid a lot of my debt off, but still have some.
Well, you had a mountain of it.
Thanks, Dad. But it's there. It's there. I really wish I didn't go to college, but
yeah, me too.
What can you do? That's a big burden there that you.
I dipped out early enough. It's fine.
Yeah, and you still had debt, which is
I still have it. Yeah.
It's like, hey, how about we only have debt if there's actually a reason for it? How about if we actually got something in return?
I mean, because I got a place to stay for a year. That was pretty cool.
It wasn't a nice place.
It was an awful place.
It was a horrible place.
Dorm room with
having to eat
Mr.
dorm
Hickey.
food and shit. Mr. Hickey, is that his name?
You have to believe this. His name is Philip.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
I already said it.
I remember his name. I might have talked over it
that.
enough. If not, it doesn't matter. We can say names.
The man who made a
We mentioned Joe Jackson. We
mural
mentioned Brad
of his own face on the wall.
That's weird.
And wrapped some string around my fan because he, and I quote, thought it could use some string. And I'm like, I don't feel safe here.
So you think that I have the tism, but then you see someone like that and you're like, oh,
this
okay.
guy definitely.
Oh, so that's what it's like when you actually have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you see like actual
real diagnosable.
Almost retardation.
Autistic.
Yeah.
Oh, you autistic.
Yeah. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. I feel like that sometimes. I feel like a retard sometimes. So that's why I said that.
Well,
sometimes it takes me a second. Yeah. And it is what it is. I feel like that talking to people sometimes, where I'm like, "Hey, are you listening to me?" And they're like,
not listening to.
They're just like, "Oh, what?"
I spoke for 5 straight minutes.
Yeah. I'm not going to repeat myself. I just spoke for 5 straight minutes.
So the other interview.
The other interview went well. They're going to let me know next week. So who knows what that's going to be. But like I said, that's part-time. The school's going to let me know by the end of this week, which is 2 days. So
is it 2 days?
We'll see.
The school weekend does, in fact.
Well, that's just the regular work week. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Not the regular work week at all.
Monday through Friday.
For me.
Well, for normal people it is. Yeah. Next weekend is today and yesterday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So
finally got my weekend again.
Yeah. As you should just have.
Yeah. Haven't for like how long?
Victory.
Like a month and a half?
Yeah, a month. Well, it's been so hard to just do a podcast, so I know that you've just not had days off.
Just none.
Just none. Zero.
I had one here and there, you know. Was sleeping most of the time.
So you say. Yeah. So you say.
Got to rest and recuperate for the next week of work. I think I was at like 15 days straight at one point.
That's
awful.
too many days straight of work.
Yeah, and not just like normal hours either, like ridiculous.
Clopening.
Yeah. Yeah,
no one likes to clopen.
No
one likes to clopen. But we've all done it, especially if you've worked in the restaurant industry. My God.
And I'm like, who the fuck closed last night?
This asshole. Why is nothing done and it's a mess? Oh, it's because of me. Yeah, well, you're your own worst enemy, you know.
Well, I mean, it's always clean. It's clean to restock at the end of the night every night when I'm there.
Well, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah. I mean, today and yesterday, the rookies had free reign, so I don't know what I'm going to walk into tomorrow. We'll see.
Oh, and the rest of my day, I finished that interview at like noon, so I got back here at like 12:30, but my day wasn't over yet.
It's still not over technically
because I had to take something somewhere to get it, and I couldn't let her know about it, and I still won't let her know about it. So that's why I didn't say anything on mic, really. But I'm just telling Nick so he has context. So I did that, took that there, and that was at like 1, because I paid for them to do that. Don't know how long that's going to take, so hopefully that's only a few days.
They've got a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Should be soon.
So I did that, and then I came back. By the time I got back, it was 2. And I was like,
about to wake up.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, I feel like I've done so much, but I really just drove and came back too many times.
Yeah, definitely.
I forgot to take the gift with me.
The first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was my original plan. And then also the second time. And
so you just forgot it 2 times.
Forgot it 2 times.
And then the third time you're like,
there's the name of the episode, forgot it 2 times.
Hey.
All right, what were you saying?
Got it.
Forgot it 2 times, baby.
Got it. 3rd time's the charm is what they say, right?
No. That's not what I say. I say you should have it the first time or get out.
Or never again.
or you don't belong.
Where the hell?
Or you don't belong in this. Who do you know here? You know. Who do you know here, bro?
Pen seems to have vanished.
Dude, remember frat life? Don't miss it.
I do not care for it.
Nope, don't miss it. Was a pretty dumb time. And you would know more about that if you're on the Patreon.
Oh, shit. Easy plug.
Since it's the end of the episode. Check out the Patreon.
You've got to.
Patreon.com/BrotherBrother, or just find it the first link down below. You can subscribe for as little as $2 a month. And you get 2 extra episodes of us being me and Nick.
Who doesn't
every
want
month.
That? Everybody should want that.
We do 1 extra talking bonus episode, and then we do 1 watch along where we watch a movie, do some Mystery Science Theater type shit, making jokes at the movie while we watch the movie with us also on screen.
Who doesn't want that? Come on.
If you like us and you like movies, that's kind of right up your alley, you know? Our pals, our fellow funny brothers, Super Mega, do something very similar, so I know that it's something that people like and people want. So
you have to.
Yeah. So check out the Patreon if you like us, if you want more of us, if you're willing to spend $2 to, give the boys some dough.
Cheaper than a coffee.
We're trying to move.
Dude.
Yeah, we're trying to move to California, as Nick said. Trying to, or just somewhere.
Live that American dream.
Yeah, just,
that I hear so much about.
Somewhere warm, no snow, not cold or dry, please. That's all we want.
The dry is fine, dude. Doesn't even bother me.
It does. It bothers me too, and I know it bothers you.
I don't care.
He cares. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if that's where you are listening to us from.
Don't forget to also share the video.
Share the video.
You got to share it around.
To all your friends and family, especially the last episode that we posted with our mom and grandma.
Yeah, give them ideas for the holidays.
Thanksgiving after party. Fun times. There's not going to be another episode like that put on our public channel. So if you liked that, like I said, check out our Patreon. We're definitely going to have more with the fam. We don't have any up there now, but like I said, we're getting together at Christmas time, which is later this month. So there'll be a video.
So if you really want to see that, you got to.
Yeah, that'll be up probably like near the end of the year. I think the 31st is probably a Tuesday. So that's probably when the Christmas episode will be posted. So just stay tuned for that if you're on the Patreon. And until next time, guys, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.